Interview and job search strategies at work. I had previously recorded this on Anchor's app, and unfortunately, it's wasn't. I had to what is it? Interestingly enough, it's 29 seconds, but it's their intro, right? And I'm like, that's odd. So I'm re-recording this time a different way, and hopefully it works. But anyway, the podcast is entitled "Action Equals Decided," and the podcast really went into a story about you know um, being. I'm decided if I'm taking action. So I was talking to a colleague of mine, friend of mine, and in talking to them, I heard the voice like, "Okay, I'm doing something," and there was always these you know things in the way, basically. And I wanted just to briefly talk over about getting a job. When you talk to somebody, or if you're doing something, and you talk to another person and another human, and then say, "Oh, I'm going to do that," right? And then if they've already taken action, okay, they're decided they want to do it. They want to execute in that action, and that's really what the podcast is about, really, in this regard too. And so, as you know, probably I have a course on Udemy, and it's basically it's how to become a backup admin in 5 days, really, a storage and backup admin in 5 days. And it centers around just learning Commvault, really, the backup software Commvault. And I just I take you through a different way. So you have one central thing that you learn, but everything else touches it. Meaning, when you're a backup admin and a storage admin, you actually touch other departments: networking, storage, um, Windows, Linux, the other VMware team, the programmers as well. You touch all um, those those departments when you're a backup admin, because it's very critical that you communicate with them, and you just educate yourself on what they do, so you have free range. No one's going to say, "Oh, why are you talking to the other team?" They don't really care, because that's part of your job. It's known. Okay, I know this person's going to be talking to these other teams, so it's not a big deal, right, for you to do that. And it's just taking action and being decided. Um, I'm going to do something. Write it down, and if it like related to a job, by the way. So, for instance, you might want to say something like this: um, if you need a job, or you want a job, write down on a piece of paper, write down on a board, basically, or a what do you call it? Those big boards you get in Walmart. You can write on. I forget what they're called, but not big construction paper, I guess, basically. And you just write down just the word action, equals decided. And then think about, like, okay, like, this is just for me, right? So I wrote those words down: action equals decided. And, like, what do I need to do to get here? What action do I need to take to work completely from home, 100% from home? What skills do I need? Do I need a programming skill, which I'm trying to learn right now? It's very difficult, by the way, but it's doable because somebody else did it, so why not me, right? Um, what other things do I need to do? If I want to separate myself from, the Grant Cardone, he talks about, like, in his 10X program, he talks about, $10 million, right, is I guess the new million dollar mark, or whatever, where you don't have to work ever again, basically. I guess he figured out if you made 50,000 a year, or if you had $1 million, that's 50,000 a year times 20 years, and you'd have no more money after that. Thinking like you're not going to invest or whatever, right? But most people invest. So, and why not $10 million? Why not, right? So if that's your goal or whatever, because everybody says, like, money isn't everything, but it just leads into so many more things, right? And everybody on here, by the way, is trying to make money. Like, everybody. Everybody in the world is trying to make money so they can have the lifestyle they want. They can just relax and say, okay, I'm okay now. I can do the things I need to do or I want to do. It just gives you so much more freedom. I don't know yet, by the way, but if I ever reach that plateau, like, whoa, that's so cool. Yeah. At any rate, so that's this podcast. Again, I apologize to anyone who listened to the podcast and said, "Where's the data at? Right? Where's the content?" So appreciate that. In the future, just I won't do that again. So again, thanks for viewing this podcast.